Welcome to the Wham Bam Gaming Podcast, featuring the harmonic tones of In and Blake. Video game discussions for the culture.
So I think the big thing about this week is we reached over 100 followers. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, but it's for me, it's like getting to 100 after a few weeks. That was nice, right? But then how quickly we got another 100. That's growth.
That is.
And I like it, you know, it's actually a really nice feeling.
Yeah, I've been like, I know that I finished late, so I count up all these followers that I've reached while you're sleeping, which is about midnight, and I'm like, oh, you said I wake up to about 10 followers.
That's the thing.
I'm quite excited about it. I like to G you up a bit.
Yeah, no, 100%. Every time I come back to the page and see there's more people there, and like you say, you've got a pretty a good range of time that you can post stuff.
Yeah, I realised we've got a good shift pattern in that way.
It was, because I can cover I can go from like 5 a.m. if necessary up until I go to sleep at about 10 o'clock, and then you're up even later than that into the early hours.
Yeah.
So we cover a pretty large area.
Yeah, we just hope that we can
I mean, we're not always going to be the first ones. But
no, I don't think being first is...
It's not even about that. I think it's about, you know, it's good to put some personality into your post as well, I think. What are you seeing?
New releases.
Oh yeah, we need to get that out too.
We can talk about the new releases coming out this week.
Yeah, let's do that. And then give me some thoughts.
Okay.
Do you know what, actually, while you're doing that, while you're looking it up, the one that we put out a couple of weeks ago was stacked.
Which one was that?
It was the same week that, I think it was the week 60, Mario All-Stars dropped.
Oh, I know the one.
Was that the one? I think Crash dropped the same week, didn't it?
Was it before FIFA, wasn't it? The week before FIFA?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know actually if it was the same week as Crash. I remember one week though that we did, and it was a really great lineup.
Where are they? Was it the FIFA foregone Baldur's Gate on?
No, I think it was the week. It might be the week before that one, or 2 weeks before even. I mean, look for the one that has got the Mario on the cover. I'm pretty sure it's Mario anyway.
Be the week before that then. This is going further back.
Do you know what? Forget it for the time being. We'll just look at. Let's take a look at the upcoming releases.
Okay, so week beginning October 18th.
Let's see what we've got. Anything that might excite me or intrigue.
I'm getting there. October. Okay. Oh, okay. So we had the Legends multiplayer come out.
Yes.
Amnesia Rebirth. I think that's a sequel to the original Amnesia. I haven't played it.
I've been looking at that. I actually have the collection, the Amnesia collection, that come out for PS4.
Okay.
I think it probably come out, across all the platforms. I really liked the first one.
I heard good things about the first Amnesia.
I'll be honest, I didn't get into the third one. I played some of 2. But number 1, I'd actually found myself quite engrossed in that one.
That's a PC and PS4. It's coming out on the 20th. It's coming out on Tuesday.
I'll take a look at it for sure, because I've been looking for more horror games to play recently.
We got Doom Eternal: The Ancient Gods Part 1 DLC.
DLC already, nice.
It's coming out on...
And it's in parts, that's interesting. I don't see that often.
It's a PC, PS4, Xbox release. We've got Drone Swarm.
PS4 could be off that list soon.
You see the guys. Solasta, Crown of Magister. These are all new to me, to be fair. Love. Tenderfoot Tactics.
What?
Disc Room.
Okay.
Double Pug Switch.
Pug Switch?
Double Pug Switch.
Oh.
Hello Puppets VR release. Dwarfham. You've got Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Crown Tundra expansion, coming on the 22nd. It's on
Very
the
nice.
Thursday.
I need to look into that immediately.
I think I'm on the 4th gym still.
Yeah, I haven't even played the first DLC that come out yet. I was gonna wait for both and then just kind of blitz through the both of them, and now I can do that. It's great as well that you can carry your team over and just keep playing.
Yeah, I want to see. Is this the
I
one
love
with
that
adding
there's-
the legendary Pokemon?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of legendaries coming back, and
It's
I'm
a lot.
pretty
legendaries
sure
coming
as well, like the region forms for the birds, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, they all get
Not Alolan. It's the next one,
it's
isn't it?
Galar, yeah,
Gallo, yeah.
Galar region
Galar, yeah.
versions.
Nice. Okay, I'll have to check that out once I complete the main game. I'm finding it a bit boring. To be honest with you, it's the pacing's. I mean, it's a Pokemon game, right?
Well,
I haven't played Pokemon games since. I remember back in the day, I was able to just do a little bit of. I'd be able to go into a forest, maybe catch a few Pokemon, save it, and turn it off, kind of thing. Because
Sure.
power consumption back in the day.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it always felt like a game where I couldn't really get into it long term. I struggled to play that game for more than an hour or two. You know.
I think it's interesting that you say that you find it boring. I don't tend to find it boring, I think, because
Is boring too strong a word? Unexciting?
I like the grinding aspect of it, and I like building a team knowing that you're going to be, you're going to be taking on stronger trainers, obviously the further
Yeah.
you go. So to do the grind early is beneficial for you, but the problem with that is they've made the newer Pokemon games so easy.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
It's an absolute
I don't
walk.
feel challenged.
Like there's a tutorial every other action that you do now. It feels like they stop the play to tell you here's another thing that you can do and how to do it, and you already know how to do it. It's not hard.
But I think, are we on this generation of people that, never owned a handheld console, or never owned? I mean, I owned a Game Boy Advance, and even a DS briefly. I didn't buy a 3DS, and I can imagine that there's quite a few people that never played like a mainline Pokemon game before. And to have a mainline Pokemon game in their main console, I know they're not necessarily doing DS anymore. I see it, them two teams are sort of
I'll tell you what,
creating Switch games.
if Sword and Shield are your first Pokemon games, you're probably going to really enjoy it, like thoroughly enjoy it. But for someone that was there since Red and Blue, they've not gone drastically downhill, but they've gone so much easier. Like the difficulty is just it's non-existent.
I think they're not adding levels of complexity, they're having like levels of like simplicity.
They've dumbed it down quite a lot. Unless you play competitive, which I don't do because I couldn't get into competitive. I'd get destroyed by people because they know everything. They know all the stats.
They're two Pokemon.
The best moves to have and just how to make a Pokemon like a really formidable
Min-max,
team. And I haven't got that in me. I don't have time to do that. I just love playing the game. Like the story and just going through it, but they've made it. You can breeze through it now in no time. I mean, what they did with the Let's Go games, where they completely took out trainer battles and just left gym leader battles.
Yeah.
That I get why they did it, because they want to bring in the Pokemon Go crowd. And integrate them into the handheld console, bring them over
To a mainline series.
to the mainline
We
series.
started with Yellow, didn't we? The Yellow re-release, the Eevee and Pokemon.
That's the Let's Go one, yeah.
That's the literally Let's Go. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's in the branding. Like they're trying to bring that audience in, so they've made a simplified version of Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. But you can excuse that for being easier and for being quicker, like a lot quicker to get through, because it's supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to be as technical or as challenging. But Sword and Shield, I really thought they were going to push themselves more to put something out that was more challenging and complex, and it just doesn't feel that way, sadly.
Do you think that's end game? I mean, there's a lot of simplicity in
even
saying
the
like
end
even
game.
Breath of the Wild's campaign and Mario's campaign, they're both, fairly easy to complete, 20, 30 hours. and then the complexity comes afterwards, doesn't it? You know, like the finding their moons and finding the shrines and things like that. Like, is there that same level of complexity after the main game for Pokemon?
There used to be.
Yeah.
The end game content for Soul Silver and even the original Silver was incredible. Absolutely, like some of the best end game content I've ever played personally.
And what's this for again? Sorry.
For Silver and Gold.
Going back to Kanto.
Yeah, you go back to Kanto. You do all those. You do all the Kanto gyms again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you catch the Kanto Pokemon. So
you go back to Kanto, don't you?
You
completely the original version of the game.
Mm-hmm. You go back with your team that you've built throughout the journey. All the gym badges. You beat the Elite Four. Then you go to Kanto and you beat all of those gyms, and then you go and face Red at the very end.
Yeah,
that's incredible. That is like, honestly, that is so exciting to play through, and that feels like one massive journey. Because it's like you're going back to what you originally played, and you're beating the guy that you played as that first time, and it feels so special. The end game for Sword and Shield, the DLC is the end game.
So
there is no end game.
Pay to continue playing.
There's really no end game for this one. Like, they really cut it down.
They even had it in Let's Go, didn't they? Where you could level each Pokemon up. You could like master.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you still had Mewtwo as well that you could go and catch. After you beat the Elite Four.
There isn't that in this one.
There wasn't, and that was a complaint that a lot of people had. A lot of people had that complaint that there's really nothing to do once you complete it, and then it all made sense once they started revealing that there were 2 DLC packs that continue the story, and then people obviously started thinking, there's the end game. That's what's going to bring us back.
Okay, so we got that expansion. Hopefully, can bring some more people back.
Yeah,
we've got.
I hope so, because it deserves it.
The news that we've sort of gone through the last few days. We've got. We have to just go through these quick, I suppose.
We're gonna have a quick look.
We've got Killer Queen on sale.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still on, but that was like 90% off.
Oh, I did actually look into that. Yeah. You said that was quite popular, right? On like the
esports arcadey kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's got its own little crowd.
Actually, do you know what? Yeah. I just saw one of the posts that we put up. I need your take on it because it feels quite reactionary. When Rockstar brought Ruffian Games, people immediately jumped on the theory that they are working on GTA 6.
I think that team is just another team that is well versed in creating open world content.
Right.
And there's a bit of the Crackdown DNA.
They'll have an input.
The original Crackdown team was ex-Rockstar developers. You know?
Yeah, I see, because they didn't make the first Crackdown, did they? They made 2 and 3.
Yeah. However, for Rockstar to acquire a company like that, there's very much in their tradition. You know, it's like, I think it's even a Scottish team, Ruffian.
Yeah, what are they? They were rebranded to Rockstar Dundee, I think.
So they're Rockstar Dundee. Goes back to their, like, you know, you had Rockstar Edinburgh back in the day and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, I remember.
So yeah, there is that sort of element. There is that in that culture. It fits quite well, I think, especially going from like maybe working on something like Crackdown, which was created from someone from that culture.
Sure.
I think they got this open world acumen, which is quite important. And I think that sort of team, I'd imagine that they'll just be pumping out DLC. Personally.
Yeah,
it just seems like another production house to just get content out.
I think people just desperately want GTA 6 now, and they'll kind of hold on to anything that gives them that belief.
There is absolutely no doubt they're working on. When did Red Dead come out? Last year or the year before?
2018.
So they started working in 2018.
You know what,
pre-production started before it ended. You need the pre-production teams doing something. They weren't pre-producing.
Well, now that you mention Red Dead, you know, I'm not shocked, but something that really feels like such an obvious missed opportunity this year.
What, this year, right now, this month?
This current time. Yeah. You know, Undead Nightmare 2. I can't believe they didn't cash in on that.
Does it work?
It's a no-brainer, but I guess obviously
this year would have been. Hopefully.
it's still money and resources and whatnot, and it might have been tougher with the whole pandemic situation. And
It's been a year and a half. I think they've just pivoted straight to GTA personally. They've got a skeleton crew that releases these hunts.
do you know what as well? I could write it myself. I don't want to spoil the game for anyone that hasn't played it, but obviously Zombie Arthur, let's go.
Yeah, coming up after, yeah. Mass Effect 2 throwback, classic if you haven't played it.
I haven't played it, but you know what? Perfect opportunity with the trilogy coming out.
We'll see. See how much they change it. I don't know what they're going to do.
As per your recommendation, I will give it a go.
You really should.
Well, yeah, I will, absolutely. There's no excuse not to.
Is that the Mass Effect that he recommended to you as well?
That's what I'm talking about. Series X boxes, Xbox Series, they look cool enough. I mean, they're nothing too exciting with the branding. Got Sonic costume on Fall Guys.
That's been and gone. It was out for 3 days. I think it was such a short run.
Mario Puma.
Yeah.
But they got they released 2 new versions. They got a Galaxy version and a Sunshine. Got PlayStation parties being potentially monitored, and it's quite problematic, I suppose, from a image point of view. I suppose, like,
I put a post up making fun of it, but it was kind of I didn't fully. It was in jest, right?
of course, yeah.
But apparently it's a feature that they've put in. They're not going to randomly listen at your party chat. It's something that a player can record the conversation if they feel like they're being abused,
Yeah.
and then they can send that to Sony and they can moderate that, which is, it's fine as a feature. I don't mind that if it stops people from getting abused online.
Imagine people are going to get baited into party chats though to just
Yeah,
scream and shout.
I think so.
and then just get kicked. And yeah, I've recorded this conversation. Spider Cat.
I love that so much. I really love how he gets his own little mask, joins in on the fighting.
He's the man.
That is phenomenal. I don't know enough about the comics to suggest that. I don't know if Spider-Cat was ever a thing in the comics, but seeing it there, I think
It doesn't matter.
it's a lovely feature. It really is.
I like the cat.
I have a lot of fun doing that.
That's it for this episode of the Wham Bam Gaming Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed your listening experience, and we'll see you next time. WBG signing out.